Welcome to episode 6. The present moment is the portal, returning to now when the mind resists. An original from the hidden shelves, keys from the hidden path. Here, we do not escape the moment. We enter it more fully. We come home again and again, not to the past, not to the imagined future, but to the only place we've ever truly existed, now. Returning to now when the mind resists. The present moment is not a concept. It's not a trend, a tool, or a spiritual trick. It is the doorway, the altar, the field where life actually unfolds. But the mind rarely wants to stay here. It chases what-ifs. It clings to regrets, because presence asks for something the mind can't control: surrender. Let us step into the very places where the now becomes hardest to reach so that you can remember the way back. Scenario 1. The future spiral. You're sitting at your desk. The room is still. Soft light from a nearby window falls across scattered papers and glowing screens. You try to focus. Maybe you're replying to an email, finishing a task, or just thinking about your next step. But your attention slides. The mind begins its pattern. What if this doesn't work? What if I fail again? How am I going to make this all happen? Suddenly, you're no longer in the room. You're 10 steps ahead, solving problems that haven't happened, rehearsing outcomes you fear, or chasing ones you crave. You feel it in your body, a clenching in your stomach, a tightness in your jaw, the subtle hum of restlessness. And then, you pause. Not because the thoughts vanish, but because awareness returns. You notice the hum of your computer, the weight of your feet, the breath in your chest. You say softly, "Right now, this is all there is." And in that quiet truth, the future loses its grip, the mind releases its grip, and the moment holds you. And in that holding, you return to yourself. Here's another instance to consider, because the pull of the past can be just as loud as the fear of the future, and just as capable of stealing your presence. Scenario 2. The echoes of the past. You're driving. The road winds quietly beneath you, headlights reflecting on damp asphalt. The night is still, but your thoughts are not. A familiar song plays, and suddenly, memory awakens. You're no longer in the car. You're in a scene from long ago, a breakup, a betrayal, a missed chance. You see it again, feel it again. The mind floods with old questions. Why did I say that? Why didn't I leave sooner? How could I let that happen? Your grip tightens on the steering wheel. Your chest sinks. You're reliving a moment that no longer exists, but your body doesn't know that. Then, gently, awareness touches your shoulder. You place one hand on your heart. You whisper to yourself, "This is a memory, not a sentence." You inhale. You look at the road, the sky, the passing lights. You are not there anymore. You are here. And in that remembering, you return to yourself. Let us reflect for a moment. The present moment is not just a pause. It is a portal, a threshold between what was and what could be. It is the only place where truth lives, where peace breathes, where power is reclaimed. The mind will resist, because presence is unfamiliar to a mind trained in survival. But you are not your mind. You are the one who watches, the one who chooses, the one who remembers. And every time you come back to now, you dissolve the illusion that life is anywhere else. And in that now, you return to yourself. To summarize, in this episode, you stepped into the truth that the present moment is not a refuge. It is your origin. You witnessed how easily the mind pulls you forward into anxiety, strategy, overthinking, and how quickly it can pull you back into regret, blame, longing. In both scenarios, the future spiral and the past replay, you remembered that you don't have to fix the thought to return to presence. You only have to notice it. You don't need to win the mind's game. You only need to choose a different place to stand. And that place is always here. When you breathe into the now, you no longer live from reaction. You live from alignment. And in that alignment, you meet the moment as your truest self. Thank you for choosing presence today. Even when your mind wanted to pull you elsewhere, you didn't resist it with force. You returned with breath. And that is the quietest kind of power. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are right on time because you are here. What has this moment been trying to offer you that you've been too distracted to receive? And what might change if you let the now be enough? If this message returned you to yourself, share your reflection in the comments. Let your stillness become a signal. Someone else may be searching for the doorway you just walked through.